need to sort it out, bro. We need to sort it out. Okay, we're back.
We're back.
We are back. Episode 3 of the Hold It Down podcast. I clapped too much, you know. I realised that in the first two episodes.
I realised it too.
I
It's
clap
annoying.
and I punch and I smack, and if people got it in their ears,
Yeah.
they're wondering what's all the slapping going on?
Yeah.
What's all the punching going on? But do you know what I say to them, man?
You're an aggressive guy and you all punch people up.
Not quite. I was just going to say shut the fuck up.
You're going to go a different way.
Yeah.
Right.
I was going to do, you know, verbal abuse as opposed to physical.
Yeah.
But fuck them anyway. Yes, episode 3 of the Hold It Down podcast. Welcome back. You got myself, Big M's.
You got me, Regulator.
Jeez.
Big Mike.
Big Mikkel.
Big Mikkel.
What you telling me, bro? How's your week been?
Not very riveting, as you would say.
That is what I would say.
Not very riveting. A couple work issues. Nothing really to go into.
Yeah?
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet this week.
Okay.
I think.
Calm.
Yeah.
Usually it's me that does that, but I think I probably have a bit more to discuss than you this week. What have I done? I played football. That was fantastic. It's the first time I've played in a month because of my back issues. But yeah, very, very good. Very, very good.
Did you
very
Harry Kane the ting?
I didn't Harry Kane the ting.
You didn't.
I didn't Harry Kane the ting. I done more of a Scholesy mixed with like a Makalele ting. Do you know what I mean?
I haven't heard that name in years.
Bro, there's a position named after my man. When you
Makalele position?
when you regulate on the pitch, you Makalele.
So I should be.
No, but you're crap at football. So I embodied the both.
That's very true.
I Makalele the thing, I regulated it, and I Scholesy the thing, I conducted it.
But you know, people know you as the Braziliano Ronaldo.
I am everyone.
You are everyone and everything.
I'm everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, tell me a little bit more about this football match. Because was it with the man them that you were?
It was with the man them. It was with the man them. Dickheads, bro.
Have they watched the podcast?
I don't know if they have. At that time, we hadn't put anything out anyway. Particularly from the one where we spoke about it. So they hadn't seen that. We had a good game. There was no sort of quarrelling, no beef or anything. I think they missed me, really. But yeah, I hadn't been in quite a while. We had a good game, and we won, and we played well as a team. So there was no issues. On the way back home, we were walking, just like we did back in the day, walk home as a group, and I said to them, boys, you know I've started a podcast, right? They were like, yeah, of course, the best podcast in the world. Subscribe.
Like and subscribe, hit the bell button.
Stop doing that.
You have to plug it as much as you can, bro.
Yeah, true. I said to them that I had discussed them, and they were immediately on my case.
Oof.
As if to say, why the fuck are you chatting about us on your podcast, you dickhead? But I told them, don't watch that, innit? I just said a couple of things, but you man go listen to it, innit? I don't think they will, but I don't think they're that fussed.
I got a message from one of them.
Is it?
Yeah.
From who? I'm guessing it's Marco.
Yeah,
it would be Marco. What did he say?
He said, we don't call him the fat Ronaldo, just fat.
Oh, listen here, you fucking prick. Yeah? Fuck. We're not going to revert back to how we were at school.
I don't condone any of the bullying that's going on.
I love him now. There's no more beef in it. But he may have a point, to be fair. I'm definitely the self-proclaimed fat Ronaldo. But my numbers would back that. That. But no, that was a very good game, bro. I really miss football. I really miss it. I didn't play in ages. You know how important it is to me.
It's your therapy.
It's my therapy.
Man.
It's my therapy, bro. I step out onto that pitch, I forget everything. Yeah. Good, bad, ugly, whatever it may be. I'm focused entirely on playing. I'm focused entirely on winning. I get competitive. I love the game. I love it, man. I love it. It's so important to me, bro. So I had a fantastic time. My cousins also came from Amsterdam.
Yeah.
2 of my closest cousins, bro. They're very good friends of mine. We had a great time. They were here for about a day and a half. Went Borough Market, ate bare food, chilled, caught up, done a lot of chatting. The 3 of us are all married now.
crazy.
It's mental, bro.
Absolutely crazy.
It is mental, bro. Because I think about the times where we were like 16, 17, bro.
Yeah.
Chilling, like doing stupidness. Just, you know what I mean, bro? And now the three of us are all married. Like, life has just completely changed, bro. But we're still so close and we still get on amazingly well, bro.
Yeah, I'm glad I caught them on the video call for that maybe 2 minutes. Seeing Omar and Haz again.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, I've never seen Haz on video before, but I've seen Omar in person.
Yeah, you've met him, bro.
Loveliest guy. There's nothing bad you could possibly say about him.
Well, he's very stubborn. But that's about it. Other than that, he has the cleanest heart, bro. He is an amazing person, bro. And that's why, you know, a lot of time people struggle to find friendships within their family. It's an interesting one, right? Family is people who you don't necessarily choose. They're just your family. And a lot of the times you can't really gain friendships with members of your family. But those two in particular, I'd definitely say like we have a very strong friendship. You know, we're family, but we're friends as well. And they mean a lot to me, man. They mean a lot to me. And anytime I get emotional with them, they just laugh at me, which is great. Bro, Omar's wedding, I cried, fam. I cried. It's my cousin from early, bro. I was so happy for him.
You were so happy you cried for him.
I cried happy tears.
I'm sorry.
That is not what we promote on this podcast. Okay?
No. We promote words of affirmation.
We promote tears, bro.
Yeah.
Cry like a man.
Yes.
Bro, I cried. I was so happy.
Yeah.
And there was another reason that I cried as well. And Haz was next to me. And he just kind of laughed at me a little bit. I was like, bro, like, you're laughing at me, bro. And and now they'll just say, oh, he's getting emotional again.
Yes.
Pricks. Nah, I love him, man. I had a great time with him. Other than that, bro, it's just been work.
Yeah.
Traditional work. I've discussed this with you a couple of times already. I hate mornings.
Yeah.
I can't be arsed. Especially at this time. Because work's getting a bit quieter as it's getting to the back end of the year. And genuinely, bro, I really hope my employers don't see this. I get in and like my work can literally be done in 2 hours, bro.
Yeah.
And then I'm kind of done for the day. But you keep yourself busy. You do things that need to be done as well. But when you're not as busy, like getting yourself up in the morning and forcing yourself up and getting to work, like in the summer period.
It's cold now, man. It's
mad
so cold.
Mad cold. Bro, when I fucking get up and it's the summer period and it's really busy, I'm like, cool, bang. Like, let's go, bro. I'm raring to go. Like, there's a lot to do, bro. Bro, sometimes I was at work 2.5 hours later than I should be. Now I'm like struggling to find shit to do, bro. So that's been a bit of a struggle. But other than that, we've worked on the podcast a lot. We've worked on the podcast a lot. Last week we discussed this. We hadn't posted anything to YouTube. We are now officially live on YouTube.
We are.
We've posted stuff, bro.
We have stuff.
We've got 2 full episodes. Episode 1 and 2's out there. We've got a little segment from episode 2 out there. We got a couple of shorts out there. Bro.
So much fulfillment I'm getting, bro. So much fulfillment.
Wallah.
So much fulfillment. I can't even express how happy this makes me. Doing this with you every week. It's like the response I'm getting from people who are close to me. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Bro, Hold It Down podcast on YouTube. At HIDCast, Instagram and TikTok. We want people to follow us, bro.
Yeah, man.
We want people to subscribe. We want people to listen. We want people to hopefully find relatability and just enjoy what they're hearing, bro. And if you don't, suck your mother and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, real talk. Don't come to me telling me you don't like it. I don't want to hear that.
It happened once, bro. I mean, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Move!
Yeah. Because I will come to your door.
And what are you going to do?
Ask questions that you can't answer.
100%.
Yeah.
My God.
Okay. So, I wanted to talk to you about something.
Go on.
There's an artist called The Prodigy.
Okay.
And they had a song way back in the day. It was quite popular in the UK called Smack My Bitch Up. I don't know if that's the actual name of the song, but there's lyrics that go like that. They've officially revised it to Turn My Pitch Up.
Yes.
What is your opinion on this?
Dickhead thing.
I completely agree.
Stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. You're telling me you're going to go back in time. You realise them changing it. This is the thought that's just come to me. It doesn't change anything. It actually doesn't change anything. Because you said smack my bitch up.
Yeah.
You think X amount of years later changing it to turn my pitch up is going to change anything? You said it, bro.
It's not
You
gonna
said
change
it.
anything.
It doesn't make any sense to me, bro. I've never heard of the Prodigy.
The Prodigy.
Second time I've done that.
Yeah.
I've never heard of the Prodigy. I don't know who they are. But I just find it stupid, bro.
Yeah.
I find it very stupid. Like, you did what you did at a time where, okay, maybe it seemed a bit more acceptable or whatever. I don't know, bro. To me, that's very stupid.
Virtue signaling. It's virtue signaling. Maybe you're trying to get some clout again, become relevant again. I don't know what you're trying to do. Just stop doing it. Don't do it. Don't do that. Don't revise your lyrics. If Eminem had to do that, he would have to revise his whole discography.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole load of misogyny back there.
Yeah.
About his own mother. So
He used to chat madness, bro.
cleaning up my closet.
He used to
my
chat
days.
madness,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Absolute madness.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't agree with it, bro. If you said it back then, just fucking stick to it, bro. We live in a world now where everyone is so fucking sensitive, and they've done this plenty of times with people. They'll go back and visit tweets from 10 years ago and be like, "Rah, you said something homophobic. I'm cancelling you today."
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Like, you're not giving me a trial. You're just sentencing me.
Yeah.
Oh, you said this 10 years ago. That means that you are this person
The
today.
environment was different.
The environment
Society
was completely different, bro.
Like,
So different.
You can't apply. I mean, this goes into this literally just came to our mind as well. Like the way that they went back and took down statues when, like the
Arab Spring.
yeah, things like that. Like, guys, calm down. Everyone just relax, okay? Stop being so outraged. Like you said, we live in an era of outrage.
100%, bro. We live in an outrage culture. And people are not finding enough things to be outraged by, so they go back in history to find things to be outraged by.
It's like a dopamine spike, isn't
bro,
it?
how bored are you?
Yeah.
How bored? Crack on with your life, bro.
Go do something.
Go get a job, pay your taxes, and shut up, bruv. Like, man said, I'm going to go through somebody's old tweets to find something they said just so I can cancel them.
Yeah.
You're bored, fam.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
off, man.
You have way too much time on your
Way
hands.
too much time on your hands, bro.
And you are a...
Go and take a hike. Smell some flowers.
Yeah. I mean, if you want... Yeah, you know...
Don't put that out there.
I mean, I will bleep it.
Thank you.
But we move.
Thank you.
We will move.
Nah, I don't agree with it, bro. I think it's very stupid. There's absolutely no need to do that. Nobody knows these people nowadays. Nobody cares. Like, nobody actually cares, bro. They pretend to care.
Yeah.
Just shut up, man. Just shut up and move on, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, you mentioned Eminem. I want to discuss something about Eminem.
Go
You
on.
and I are both hip-hop fans.
Yes.
Yeah. Where does he rank for you? This is an interesting conversation. Where does he rank for you?
Oh, no. He is one of my favorite rappers.
Okay.
I must say.
Okay.
Top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5.
Okay.
Definitely top 5. If you're putting me on the spot to give you my actual top 5, I don't know.
Save that.
We'll save that.
Save that. We can potentially discuss that another time. Save that. But you're saying for you, Eminem enters your top 5. He's one of your favorite rappers.
And yeah, I don't think it's disputable, to be honest. Anyone who looks at his body of work doesn't recognize the brilliance and what he brought to the game and what he opened up for people. Yeah, you're just silly. Definitely a top 5 rapper. You may not feel the same. I'm getting the vibe you don't feel the same about him.
I'm pretty sure we've discussed this.
Have we?
Eminem's nowhere near my top 5.
No way.
Eminem,
Nowhere near your top 5.
Okay, listen. I haven't thought beyond my top 5. I haven't gone like, oh, this is my top 10. and giving him a number. He doesn't make my top 5.
Okay.
He doesn't make my top 5.
Okay. So
listen, Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP, fantastic. Yeah, this kid was amazing, bro, amazing, and I am not denying him his amazingness. Fucking sick, bro. But I think that I don't know if I've discussed this with you, but I've discussed this with someone else. Hip hop is a kind of thing that dies out after a while. No rapper can remain consistent for a very long amount of time. The essence of hip hop is birthed from a certain struggle, a certain type of thing, bro. Once you make it somewhere, you can't then rap about the same things. And when Eminem stopped being able to rap about the things that made him amazing, he became shit. He became shit, bro.
I will admit that his trajectory has gone like this, right? Over time.
Horrifically. But here's my point. That is the case for a lot of rappers.
Yeah, you can't keep it up forever.
Because that's my point. That's the game of hip hop.
Yeah.
You have to be in a certain place of your life. You have to have a certain thing inside of you to actually produce what the essence of hip hop is in your music. But even when Eminem was producing that, he didn't make it for me. There's too many others out there, bro, who embody the essence of hip hop. And you know how much of a purist I am with that.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about that. Embodying the essence of hip hop. What is the essence of hip hop for you? Because what I'm thinking is Eminem is technically brilliant.
Technically fantastic.
Technically brilliant. Yeah. But that's not the essence of hip hop.
No. Let's call a spade, bro. Hip hop is a black music.
Okay.
Let's call a spade, bro. Okay. That's what it is.
That's
bro.
where it was born.
That's where it was born. That's what it is, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
That does not mean that white people cannot rap or be part of hip hop. You and I are barrers, bro.
We have got bars.
We got bars, bro.
We may have to do a whole podcast of us just freestyling.
You did mention this before. If you would like an hour and a half of Mikel and I simply rapping,
I don't think anyone in the world wants to hear that.
Yes, then remain quiet. If you do not want that to happen, follow us, like all of our videos, and subscribe on YouTube. And we won't rap for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
On a podcast.
Yeah.
That's a way to get them.
Reverse psychology.
Come on.
Crazy. Where were we? All right, yeah, hip hop. I agree. The thing is that I'm the kind of person who really appreciates the technicality of things.
So do I.
So when I hear an Eminem verse that is technically brilliant.
Eminem's overhyped because he's white.
So that's your point.
I'm just saying it.
Okay.
I'm just
he's
saying
overhyped because he's white.
Bro, he was commercialized because of his skin color.
He was
made this absolute amazing rapper because of his skin color, and it is as simple as that, bro. I knew somebody who hated rap and loved Eminem. Do you know how many people in my life I've met like that?
Really?
Loads.
Okay.
They hate rap because they think it's all the same. This particular individual, I try to introduce other hip-hop artists who don't talk about that kind of stuff. Conscious hip-hop artists.
Yeah.
And I try to teach them the roots of it, where it came from, why they're talking about what they're talking about.
You're trying to teach the essence of hip-hop.
It's the art of it, bro. It's the art of it. When you listen to a poem, are they actually saying, come on, bro, it's art, bro.
Yeah.
It's art, and you're using words to get your art across. Some of it's real, some of it may not be. Some of it is storytelling, bro. It's an art. This person, I tried to introduce it to them. I tried to teach them the art of it, the essence of it, and they just disliked it. They didn't like it, but they loved Eminem. Why? Because they were white, bro. The person I was speaking to was white, bro. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. If you rate Eminem and you put him in your top 5, it's because he's white.
So it's because I'm white that I think that he's in the top 5.
No, don't get it twisted. There are black rappers, hip-hop legends
who put him
yeah, top of the game, bro.
Very important people,
top of the game, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm not denying him his props, bro. I'm not denying him his props. What I am saying...
You're trying to tell me till I collapse. with him.
Phenomenal.
Nate Dogg. Amazing tune.
Phenomenal.
Him and Jay-Z.
Renegade. Phenomenal.
He shat on him.
Phenomenal, bro. I'm not telling you he's not a phenomenal rapper. I'm telling you there's better hip-hop artists out there.
Okay. There are rappers, and then there are hip-hop artists. Can we compartmentalize them like that?
I don't know. But as somebody who has loved hip-hop for as long as I have, consider myself a hip-hop purist. You know by the type of hip-hop that I listen to.
Yeah.
That I'm about the essence of it.
Yeah.
The purity of it.
Absolutely. Who is your favorite hip-hop artist?
You know this, bro. Nas.
They don't.
Nas, bro.
Nas.
Untouchable. Nas is untouchable, bro.
The same thing happened with him and his trajectory.
Yeah, but...
His first album was his best album.
Arguable. That's not a word.
Arguably.
Arguably. Arguably.
Mm-hmm.
There's people out here who say It Was Written was better. There's people out here. His actual technical ability on It Was Written was unreal. But Illmatic was just... Bro, there's not a song on Illmatic, bro. What's it? 9-10 songs? You can just go fucking through that, listen to all of it, and every single one. Bro, the reason why I love Nas is when I listen to a song of his, he paints a picture for me. I picture everything he's saying.
Storytelling.
It's in my mind, bro. I see everything he's saying.
Now, let me pull you back, because I want to push back on this this idea that it's just because Eminem was white. I think that had a lot to do with it. Yes. But he captured the essence. There's a reason why both the blacks and the whites, the way I said that's horrible, accepted him in the hip-hop community.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do rank him very highly. Don't you think it's a bit exclusionary to say that? If somebody came and they absolved themselves in the essence, like, an example would be M.R.
Yo,
he
M.R.
has fully embraced that Jamaican culture.
Listen, bro. Just a little side note, yeah? M.R., we fucking love you,
We
bro.
love you, G.
We love you,
We
bro.
need you on the podcast.
He needs to come on the podcast. He is, bro. Action Man Gwarn Rise Up Machine is one of the best lyrics I've ever heard in my entire life.
Listen, M.R. Toddler T Freestyle YouTube it. You will
not be disappointed, bro.
You will
not be
us.
disappointed.
Yeah.
It's unreal, bro. He's incredible. Yeah, listen, I get it, right? And I'm not one of these people who, again, in a hypersensitive world, start thinking about cultural appropriation. You're white, you can't do hip-hop. You're white, you can't do reggae music. If you do it purely, absolutely no issue. But you can't deny the fact that we live in a white world. Tupac said it. It's a white man's world, bro. We live in a white man's world. Eminem was pushed because he's white. Primarily. Because the people who are in charge of this shit aren't hip-hop people, bro.
He was pushed by
black people.
Legends of the game, though, bro.
Black people. Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's something there.
No, listen, again, I'm not denying him his skill, bro. His skill's incredible. But he's not top 5, man.
Okay.
He's not top 5, bro.
We disagree on that then.
Yeah, he's not top 5. He's shit, bro. Fuck him.
I mean, give us your opinion in the comments. Is Eminem in your top 5?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Chat to us, bro. Let us know what you think. Does Eminem make your top 5 rappers of all time? Do you think he's that good? Tell us what you think.
Yeah. And let us know if you think Amal's a dickhead.
Don't tempt them. They will. They definitely will. Your words won't bring me down, people.
Alright, let's pivot. So, last week I spoke
Pivot!
Pivot!
Rest in peace, Chandler. And
That wasn't Chandler, bro.
I know, but he was there.
Oh, yeah. He was in the scene. Yeah, rest in peace, bro. I spoke about Andrew Tate last week and how I've revised my opinions of him. And you asked me about Jordan Peterson, and I told you he's done out. Now I've revised my opinions on him again after watching.
Doing bare revision and that.
Yeah. And this is the thing. You said you're a fence sitter. I said it's a good thing that you're able to change your perspective based on, new data that comes your way. He said a lot of things in the Chris Williamson Modern Wisdom podcast that related to me a lot. I think the way it started was Chris asked him, "You say you are morally obligated to do remarkable things. Why?" His response was, "Life is so difficult and challenging that unless you give it everything you have, the chances are very high that it will embitter you and make you a force for darkness and not good." And that spoke to me so much. Life will embitter you if you don't give it everything you have.
Does he not strike you as a man that's embittered?
Jordan Peterson.
Yeah. Or do you think he's sort of phasing himself out of that a little bit?
I think... How do we know him? Do we know him enough to make that judgment on him?
No, but you can only go off of what you see.
Yeah, because I spoke very quickly. You said you asked me just very quickly your opinion. I spoke way too quickly. I didn't consider my words too much. I focused in on the negatives way more than the positives. A lot of men have gone to him and said, like, "You've changed my life. My life is different because of you. I have fulfillment because of you."
Yeah, look, the thing is, people listen on different levels, right? So he had said something that sat with you, and you thought that that was massively relatable to you. And from that, you have taken that as, yeah, maybe I was wrong about you, because you've said something that I can relate to, and you've said it in a good way, you've articulated yourself well, and I completely feel that. That's perfectly fine. People are able to do that. In fact, he said something that I found very interesting and relatable. The done out comment is a comment that I made. I asked you about the question, but essentially we were both saying the same thing.
Yeah, I said he's lost his mind.
Yeah. Hopefully he hasn't.
I don't think he has. I think he looks a lot healthier now. He's a lot better now.
Yeah, but he had actual health issues as well. Yeah. So, you can't... A lot of his issues were he had risen to a level of notoriety that had caused him anxiety and struggle and difficulty in his life. I listened to the most recent episode of his on Diary of a CEO.
Great podcast.
Great podcast. Stephen, shout us.
Don't think he's going to do that, bro. Maybe he might.
Worst case scenario, we go on Dragon's Den with some sort of product. Yeah, some sort of invention. He'll join the thing. We'll liquidate him for all his cash. And then we take over the Diary.
Listen, we need to create the Action Man Rise Up machine.
Nah, man. Nah. That's basically just a combination of Action Man and Transformers. That's all it is, bro.
I think we've just created that's our $1 million move.
Wallahi, all of them are gonna say, "I'm out." Dragons, we are here for £500,000 for 1% of Action Man Gwarn Rise Up Machine. Quickest outage in the den, bro.
Fucking hot in here, bro.
It is a hot studio, but
and this light.
Is it the light, bro? Because I'm not as hot as you.
I think it's the light, man.
And I got more meat on me, bro.
Yeah, man.
Both down there and round my belly.
Yeah.
Come on.
Anyway, I guess my point is, you should be like water, as Bruce Lee says. Be able to...
Said. He's dead.
Rest in peace. But that's my point. Be able to be malleable in your thoughts. Because if you're very stubborn and you just think one thing, you're not going to be a force for good. Perspective is something that we gain as we age. And the more perspective you have, the more informed your decisions are, and the more, logically sound you are.
Yeah.
And we're showing it through this podcast and our own thoughts and being open and honest about them. So yeah, I think that's a really good trait to have. And I meant it last week. It's good to be a fence sitter and it's not, you're not being a fence sitter. A fence sitter means that you don't get involved at all. You ignore the conversation.
Yeah, it's not so much that I can see both sides of a story, a situation. That's kind of the person I am. So if something is posed to me, I will look at the positives, I'll look at the negatives, I'll see the good about it, the bad about it. I fence it in the sense that I struggle to come up with a final conclusion about something.
There doesn't always have to be a final conclusion about something.
Right. So even last week when I said Jordan Peterson's done out, the reason I said that is there are certain things that he says, certain things that he believes, which I'm like, yeah, you're a bit done out. But he is a very intelligent, supremely intelligent person. He's an academic.
You can't.
He's an academic, bro. The Diary of a CEO, bro. So the thing that I saw, which I thought was quite relatable, which is interesting, is in this episode, he's been on there twice now. The first one went a little bit viral because the first question that Stephen Bartlett asked him was, "How are you doing?"
And he started to cry.
He started to break down a little bit. Which is kind of admirable. I think in the position that he's in and everything, and at that point he was kind of at the height of Jordan Peterson, everyone was talking about him.
You have to admire that vulnerability, man.
Yeah, to see that side of him was quite admirable. The second episode of Diary of a CEO, which just came out, was a lot to do about relationships, divorce, marriages, romantic sort of relationships. And he had mentioned something along the lines of, and I think it goes deeper than that. I've spoken about this with you, other friends, many people, how the person that you are in your youth, in your impressionable years, in your early years, really shapes who you become in your life. I mean, that's kind of
absolutely
unquestionable, right? It's unquestionable. I think a lot of older generations don't really understand that. They don't understand that when you're in your actual youth, how impressionable you are and how things impact you. He was talking about a situation where in a relationship, if you have somebody who is either or has been in their life a bully or has been bullied, they take that into the relationship with them. So somebody who sort of grew up as a bully, was a bully, continues to be a bully in a relationship. And somebody who has been bullied continues to adopt a mentality of victimhood. When you're in a relationship with somebody, and let's say, per se, I'm in a relationship with a girl. We're having an argument, we have a disagreement, we're shouting, we're swearing, we're this, we're that. It's not physical, but it's verbal, right? And it's heated. If she then turns around to me and says, "You're bullying me," I feel like I'm being bullied. They're adopting the same mentality that they would have had growing up.
Yeah.
That same feeling of helplessness, that same feeling of victimness.
It's the internalization that is the problem there. And I can speak as somebody who was viciously bullied in my younger years. And the person you're describing I have been that guy where I have taken things a bit maybe too personally, or I've felt attacked when really I shouldn't have. I've internalized it the wrong way. So I completely understand what you're saying. Mm-hmm. It's very true. The onus is on you to heal.
Nail on the head. That's, yeah. But it must be, it's difficult for people. I get that. It's difficult for people. I think it's a lot easier now because there's a lot more of a push of mental health. There's a lot more of a push of self-understanding, right? There's a lot more material out there for you to actually listen to the likes of Jordan Peterson, read things that will tell you how to take care of yourself, self-care essentially, mentally, physically, whatever it may be. It's easier now than ever to completely understand who you are and why you are the way you are.
Yeah.
If you can't break out of that, it can make it very difficult for other people.
You have the tools at your disposal, man.
So in the hypothetical scenario that I gave, if myself and my partner were hypothetically, having an argument, and she adopted I'm being bullied sort of mentality, then yeah, that is just internalization from what has happened to you in the youth, and you're projecting it now.
You're projecting it onto me in this relationship,
Exactly.
and it's hurting us as a couple. It's hurting us as a unit, right?
Yeah.
And we need to deal with it together. And I think that's where understanding comes in. Patience.
Yeah. It's 100%. It's really difficult, bro, to be. I would imagine it's quite difficult to be the self-aware, emotionally mature, understanding person in a relationship. I'd imagine that's quite a difficult person to be.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was something interesting that he said that I kind of found to be quite true just from scenarios that I've heard of or been in.
I've definitely been in situations like that.
Yeah.
I fully relate.
So I think that was quite an interesting thing.
There has been a crazy week of football,
which I have not been across, naturally.
Okay. I've watched pretty much every game, so I guess I'll take the reins.
Go for it, my bro.
All right. Newcastle versus Chelsea. Now, let me preface this with Jamie Carragher saying Unai Emery is the third best manager in the league. Are you a dickhead? Are you a dickhead?
But don't chat to Jamie like that. Jamie might want to come on sometime.
I've said this about... You said that... Look, Gary, Jamie, both of you are dickheads. How about that?
I do not agree with my co-host's statement.
But yeah, no, Eddie Howe, bro, Newcastle had so many injuries. They shat on Chelsea 4-1. And we gave Thiago Silva evil eye. We mentioned him in the first one.
We did praise the fact that he was a 39-year-old doing a madness in the Premier League. And now he's a 39-year-old doing a madness in the Premier League.
In a completely different way.
The other side of the spectrum, boss. He's doing a madness.
Bro, his mistake was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Reece James is Chelsea's captain. And he got sent off for a second yellow. The first for kicking the ball away. Is that a trait a captain has? Why have you chosen Reece James as your captain? There's just a lot wrong with Chelsea right now, I think.
Well, yeah, like I've previously said, they tried to buy the entire dunya and mold it together, which doesn't really work. Doesn't really work. No. When Reece James was made captain, and I think Ben Chilwell was made vice captain, I found the decision for both of those to be incredibly strange because both of them are very injury prone, particularly Reece James. If he's your actual captain, he's very injured. And yes, look, the role of the captain goes beyond the starting 11. They have a completely different role within the club and what their responsibilities are, etc. Fine. Maybe he's the best man for the job. We don't know. We're not in the club. We don't know if he is or he isn't. But your captain needs to be playing. And Reece James is consistently injured. I think what they got themselves into is they brought in as many people as they could, they spent as much money as they could, and they were left scratching their heads. Who can we give the captaincy to? Cool, we'll give it to this guy. He's been here for years and years and years. He's been here since a child. We'll give it to Reece James. The trait that you're mentioning is not the trait of a captain. No. You need to keep your head. But then again...
Especially when you're losing. Like, don't kick the ball away. Don't get a second yellow. Like
that is the silly thing. If you're going to get sent off, punch a man in the face, bro.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about Roy Keane, bro. Roy Keane got
two-footer, man.
Roy Keane got sent off enough times, but he's out here breaking Alf Inge Haaland thing. That, bruh. See Haaland's dad.
Haaland's dad, yeah.
He mash up his dad, bruv.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it right, bruv.
Do it properly. Do it properly.
Kicking the ball away, getting sent off kicking the ball away is ridiculous. You know the rules.
Yeah.
You know the rules. You know that if you kick the ball away, it's a yellow card. Was that his first or his second yellow?
His first. The second was for a challenge out on... Yeah.
Look.
It was a red card.
Horrific decision if it's... Was it a straight red?
No. It was a second
yellow.
Yeah. But it was a yellow card offence. That's it.
No, fine. Horrific decision if kicking the ball away is your second yellow.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely. I would drop captaincy if you do that.
Yeah.
You're being dropped as captain. Even as a first, you know the fucking rules. It's pedantic, it's pathetic.
You're a captain. You have responsibility.
Bro, kick the ball into Rosette. There's a ball right there that'll give you a next ball. Like, what's the point? There's no point. This ain't back in the day, bro.
I know.
You're not playing at fucking Luton Town Stadium where the ball goes into the fucking centre of Luton and Tommy Robinson picks it up and pops it because he hates black people, bruv. It don't work like that.
So, Chelsea have conceded 4 twice in a row now. the like? Okay. Do you see what I see here? We've got Cucurella, left back. Badiashile, centre back. Thiago Silva, centre back. Reece James, right back.
I'd say not a bad back four apart from Cucurella.
I mean, Thiago Silva's,
Bro, come on, one mistake.
Yeah,
bro.
one mistake. I'm not.
You're Jordan Peterson in the thing. Like,
I know. You know me. I'm 0 to 100. Bro.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. But Badiashile, is he really, centre back Chelsea quality?
I'll be honest, I don't know much about him.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know much about him, bro. My attention span with football is not what it used to be. And the amount of people that they've signed whose names I can't even say, like, that sounds very EDL. That's not intended as that way. But it's just,
you did EDL me last week, bro.
Did I?
Yeah. You said if you raised in this country, you would have made that mistake. If you're born in this country, you would have made the mistake.
Sometimes I like to take my Britishness. And
listen, Afghani Jones.
Done, no. So I don't really know much about him, bro. I don't know much about him, but I've heard he's a very good player. I've seen him a couple of times, and he seems fairly solid. The general sort of problem with Chelsea is the fact that they've just signed so many people. They've got a massive squad. The thing is, right, outside of seeing them on a 3 p.m. kickoff, these people are together 6 days a week. They train together. They're under each other's, wings all the time. They're together all the time. When you have a squad that big, you're going to be keeping people unhappy. Because there are people who are saying, bro, I came here for X amount of money. I'm on X amount of money. I should be playing. They're not going to be playing. They're going to be unhappy. Cole Palmer's coming as a youth, 20 years old, bro. Fair, look, they've got a couple of injuries and this and that, whatever, so he can play. But there's a lot of men that will be saying, yo, I should be playing.
Yeah.
They're training 5-6 times a week, but they're thinking, I'm not getting into the starting lineup. Why am I not getting?
Why am I going to put the effort in?
If your squad is so big, you're gonna struggle to keep everyone happy. That leaves it to be quite cliquey.
Yeah.
Cliques will form. People will start talking about, the manager, Gaffer don't know what he's on about. Has he not playing me? How's my man playing over me, bro? If you want to talk about players who aren't really Chelsea quality, bro, Sanchez in goal, like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, calm, like, you done it for Brighton and that, but shut your mouth, bro. Like, come on, you're not all that, bro.
Yeah, but, like, Nico Jackson up front, like, is that...
I mean, I've heard he's good.
He
scored a decent hat-trick. Decent player. Chelsea aren't what they were.
They aren't what they were. But it's just,
listen, it takes time. It takes time.
Going 4-4 with Man City made people think, oh, yeah, they're on it. Newcastle with a depleted squad with injuries, beating them quite easily 4-1. That's bad.
Yeah, but they also beat Spurs 4-1.
Yeah. No.
An injury-riddled Spurs, but they beat them 4-1.
Yeah. Big up Eddie Howe. Third best manager in the league.
Listen, he's done a great job.
Since
he's gone to Newcastle, he's done a great job.
Absolutely.
Newcastle seem like a very, very solid club. They've got the Saudis in now. Big up my brothers. And they've got the backing financially. Do you know what? They've done it so intelligently, bro. So intelligently. They've done it so... I think they've learned from previous mistakes of other clubs who get money and try and do too much too quickly.
Yeah.
Man City, when they first got money, they signed everyone.
Yeah.
Not like massive names, but they signed everyone, bro. Benjani and that. Ilano. Martin Petrov. They signed bare man, bro.
Hey, don't talk about Martin Petrov, yeah?
Shut up, dickhead Bulgarian, bro. Fucking Robinho, bruv.
Robinho.
Bro, they signed so many people. Joe. They signed Roque Santa Cruz. They signed so many.
I know.
Listen, if you want to talk old school Premier League, that's where my knowledge is. I don't watch this bullshit anymore. But
come on, man.
Newcastle have done it intelligently, bro. They've bought in players that they actually need rather than players, oh, you're doing good here, let me sign you, try and fit you into my team. They signed players intelligently. Kieran Trippier, what a fucking signing.
What a signing.
What a fucking signing, bro. What a player.
The way he delivers a ball, the way he strikes a ball.
Beautiful. Do you remember that fucking goal in the World Cup?
Yeah.
Against Colombia?
Yeah, bro.
Free kick, bro.
Absolutely.
We thought we were on the way to the final, bro. Very sad times.
I
think it was Colombia. I can't remember, but yeah, very sad times, bro.
City Liverpool. Not very riveting. 1-1. amazing for me as an Arsenal fan to see that happen because
Yeah.
we're top of the league. We're top of the league.
You won't be there much longer.
We're top of the league.
We're at the top of the league.
Alexander-Arnold got spun by Nathan Ake, who then gave it to...
By who, sorry?
Ake, sorry. Nathan Ake.
Nathan Ake.
He got spun by Nathan Ake.
Alexander-Arnold got spun by Nathan Ake.
And then he passed the ball to Haaland, and Haaland, did what Haaland does. He made up for it.
He's a monster.
Alexander-Arnold made up for it.
Great goal.
Brilliant goal.
Yeah.
Not very riveting otherwise. Great for us. Now, I wanna leave the madness till last. I'll talk about Arsenal now. Kai Havertz, a super sub. Is that what he is? Coming on to get the job done.
Do you know what? Do you know what I do think he is?
Go on.
Crap. You know me too well.
Bro,
you knew what I was going to say before I said it.
I know. I thought he would... Since we signed him, I haven't seen why did we spend so much on him?
Why did you sign him? It was such a weird decision.
Yeah.
It was so much money.
Yeah.
But to be fair, he played left back for Germany and scored.
He played left back for Germany.
Yeah.
Yes, and then he came on as a super sub and got the job done for us. I watched the game. Mm-hmm. It was a very tough game.
Yeah.
And it's one of those games that you need something to happen. You need to make something happen. Yeah. Big up Kai Havertz. Well done. Thank you.
Look, I've said this before. Football of champions is when you don't play well but you still win.
That's the point I was trying to make. It's one of those games we had to show up and win that one if we want to play around with Man City and Liverpool at the top right now. Now, you were with me watching this game, bro. I'm gonna.
Bro.
Listen.
Bro.
Yeah. Listen.
I just don't know, like. I just don't know.
Talking about this. Garnacho.
Alejandro Garnacho is a disgusting human being.
He is filthy.
Bro.
Filthy.
Man dyed his hair, got new teeth, and just thought, I'm the guy, bruv.
He is the guy. That's it.
He scored today as well.
Did he?
He scored today as well, yeah.
Well, oh my God. After an bro, that's the best.
Not just an overhead kick, though.
The best overhead kick.
An overhead kick, bro.
Yeah.
Unreal. Bro, it's so beautiful, bro. The ball's coming in. He's hit it back in the same direction it's coming from. Dallow's just lifted it in a little further behind him. Didn't think twice about it. Kept the eye on the ball. Flipped over. Very reminiscent of Rooney's goal against
Cleaner
City.
than Rooney's goal.
Bit cleaner than Rooney's goal. Yeah. The entire play was a bit cleaner than that.
Yeah.
Because if you remember Rooney's one, Scholesy plays it out to the right. Now
best overhead kick I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Best overhead kick I've ever seen in my life.
Zlatan against England. Gareth Bale Champions League final.
Oh, yeah, you've just reminded me about Zlatan. But that's a bit lucky. You have to be a bit lucky for that.
You have to be a bit lucky in all of it, bro.
You have to be but the range of luck required for Zlatan's one, like, all right, yeah, he went for it, and it went in, but I don't know. There's something about Garnacho's one which is just like
essentially Zlatan hit it into an empty goal, despite how far away he hit it from.
Yeah.
But Garnacho's is in play. Goalkeeper's left scrambling. I hear what you're saying. Gareth Bale's though. You know, and people talk about Ronaldo's one against Juventus. I prefer Bale's. But nobody ever put respect on Bale's name, man. They made Donny retire early, bro.
I mean, he's better at golf.
I don't know.
He preferred playing golf.
Yeah,
he just preferred playing golf. So
Man said he played for Wales. I think it was when they qualified for the Euros. Yeah. Brought out a Wales flag that said Wales Golf Madrid and said Wales Golf Madrid, Wales Golf Madrid in that order. Man said Wales Golf Madrid. He didn't care. Bro.
It was the beginning of the end when he signed for Madrid, wasn't it? For him, it just went down. Like I don't know what happens.
Absolutely didn't go down. He was phenomenal while he was there. He won fucking 4 or 5 Champions Leagues. He was incredible. It went downhill because
it was the beginning of.
He's not a Madrid kind of player.
No.
Madrid is a commercial machine. And
but look at Eden Hazard. I haven't heard his name.
No, do you know what was interesting about that? I listened to Big Up Vibe with 5, Rio Ferdinand's podcast, and they had quite a good episode with John Obi Mikel, or Mikel John Obi, which is apparently what his actual name is. He was talking about Hazard. He said he apparently had a conversation with Hazard. I don't know, you listen to John Obi Mikel, and he's one of them guys where you think, are you gassing?
Are you trying to shit, fam?
He sounds a bit like he chats a bit of shit.
Are you trying to shit, cuz?
But anyway.
Yeah.
He was talking about Hazard. But he's not the only person to say this. A lot of people that were at Chelsea said this. Hazard was a horrific trainer. He'd go out onto the field, laces undone, barely running, just a few little kicks here and there. He wasn't a good trainer. Come match day, best player on the pitch. Could turn it on. He said that the problem was when he went to Real Madrid, there was a quality, a level, and an expectation. And he's like, right, I need to start training now. Started training, and then the injuries were just hampering him because he wasn't used to that kind of output, that kind of intensity.
The fatigue just started catching up with him.
And it just kind of fucked him a little bit.
Yeah. It happens to players where you go to a better
This
team.
is interesting, right? I heard Ian Holloway say this on Jack Mate's Happy Hour. We're just calling our Bear podcast today, bro.
Well, we are a podcast. So.
Yeah, and we love podcasts, bro.
Yeah.
Ian Holloway was on it. I think Ian Holloway said this, or this came from somewhere, but it is so true. Football has changed to the point where we are stifling creativity of players. Because everything is so performance-based now. Back in the day, you'd have your little sports bra on that tracks your stats. You'd come off the training field, and at the end of training, you'd find out what your stats are. Now they got Donnies there with laptops on the side, live and direct, telling you, yo, you're doing a bit too much, you need to chill out, yo, you're not running hard enough, run faster, do a bit more.
Like, I have an example, right? You know when there's a corner, and you're at the corner flag, and, there's that little place where there's an area where you can place the ball.
Yeah. They
literally place the ball as just so the ball's touching the white bit. They're trying to maximize that 0.001% increased chance from it being that tiny bit closer to the players. Like, it's weird. Like,
that I think is more to do with the smoothness of your kick and where your foot is planted. I think that is partly to do with that area has been kicked so many times that the grass has changed and it's a bit sort of lower and steeper, so you try and move the positioning of it. I think so.
I just assumed it was like a
gain advantage,
optimization, maximization.
It could be, but I'm thinking about growing up playing on grass pitches and
something I've never done. So
the penalty spot is scuffed to fuck because everyone takes penalties, so you have to put it to the left or the right of it, so it doesn't bobble. You can actually get your foot smoothly underneath it, etc. Yeah. So I think that might be one of the reasons why. I'm not sure, but yeah, everything is performance based. Everything is performance based, and what it's doing is it is stifling creative players. Where's the Ronaldinhos of the world? We had Neymar, but Neymar gets the shit kicked out of him. And Neymar isn't liked because he's that kind of player, because the mentality of football has changed. Don't get me wrong, I don't really like Neymar. He's a bit of a bitch. Ronaldinho, my favourite player of all time. Where's the Ronaldinhos of the world? Where's the Zidanes of the world? They don't exist anymore, bro.
The Messis of the world?
They don't exist. Messi's
Messi.
Messi's out of this world.
Yeah.
Like, he can't be put in that bracket. The players who have that level of creativity are not allowed to shine anymore. Bro, Yannick Bolasie. Don't laugh, bro.
Come on, bro.
Don't laugh,
bro.
bro. Yannick Bolasie. Are you sick?
I remember. I know. He was sick, but like,
Adel Taarabt, bro.
I know. But okay, did you see the interview where Zidane met Messi? they talked about the number 10 role and how it doesn't really exist anymore. And Leo was inspired by people like Aymar, and it just doesn't exist anymore. Maybe that's why. You need to be in that, like, the creative role is that number 10 role where you're sitting there, you're trying to unlock, people don't play that anymore in 4-4-2, 4-3-3.
No, bro, you can be a creative, you can be an 8 and have that kind of creativity. You can be on the left and have that kind
Martin
of creativity.
Odegaard is the Ronaldinho of this era.
I've never wanted you to die so.
We've got a lot more questions. We've got gassed off for 4 questions last week.
Gassed off for 4 questions, bro.
No, we got 10 questions!
We got 10.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we got quite a few more questions. Really appreciate, guys, that you've sent some questions into us. Please do continue sending them in on the email.
There's a Google form you can fill out if you want
form.
anonymity. Obviously, haters are welcome. You can,
You can chat shit if you want.
Yeah.
You can tell us we're fine with it.
Welcome. You're
Yes.
welcome to do so.
Right, let's go through it, bro. Questions. What you got?
Our boy Jay came with another great question saying, nice background in the studio. It's not a question, bro.
Okay, so this brother just keeps making statements while we're asking for questions.
And he said he's going to keep doing it every single week.
I'm here for it. Keep it coming, my brother.
Keep it coming, bro. I love it. I love it.
I love it, bro. I love it, and we love you, my guy.
Yeah. I think you need to read out the next one.
It is a nice background, to be fair. It is a nice background. Okay, question number 2. No question that women have a tougher time in the old days, but what about now? Man or woman is having a harder time. It's well put. It's well written. We voted Brexit for a reason. I'm joking. Right, so the question is that undoubtedly women had a tougher time in the older days, and how about now? Is it men or women that have a harder time? Mikkel, I'll pose that question to you.
In what context?
They didn't say.
There is no context.
There's no context.
So I can't give a measured response to this.
Well, try and do it generally.
Okay, so generally
Add context yourself.
Okay, let's take suicide rates, for example. 3/4 of suicides, male.
See, you do like Jordan Peterson.
This is probably where I grabbed the data from.
Yes.
Graduation rates, men are going down, women are going up. So 57%, I think, hold an undergraduate degree compared to men, something like that. It's hard to say, because interfacing with the world as a man versus as a woman, I can't tell you what I find hard because I'm not a woman. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you what I find hard. I can imagine there's a lot of competition between women, which is a bit weird that men may not have. In a different kind of way. Like, I don't know, I've heard like a lot of girls say this to me, that they get weird kind of like, what bag is she wearing, like, designer this, that kind of nonsense. They have to bear children. It's a very hard question to answer.
Look, there are struggles for both, and there always have been. And as you said, there's not really any context to it, so it kind of makes it a bit difficult to, I guess, add some context to it. But because you could discuss some parts and miss
also,
out some
the
other
first part of
parts.
the question, no question that women have a tougher time in the old days. Or, like, even that depends on the way you're thinking about it. Back in the olden days, we had to go die in war.
I think this question is very. The answer to this question is very, very subjective.
Yeah.
Very,
So
very
subjective. And you can't give a measured
every
response.
single man, woman will have a different answer to this, because it will all be relatable to how they are feeling as a man or as a woman. If you take it generally, some of the statistics that you just mentioned, right? I think we're living in a very strange time, bro. We're living in a really, really strange time. There are blurred lines between what men and women are. Quite visibly. Quite visibly. And I think that's having an effect on a lot of people.
What do you mean by blurred lines?
The roles of men and the roles of women.
Right. Okay.
The understanding of what a man is versus the understanding of what a woman is. There's blurred lines, bro. There are those two and then everything in between.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of confusing a lot of people. It's confusing a lot of people. So traditionally speaking, men are the breadwinners. They are the less emotional, the more go-getting, the more providing, the more protective.
Biologically.
Yeah.
Biologically speaking.
Yeah.
You know.
But even, yeah, that's just traditionally what their roles have been in history. And for women, it's a whole different thing. It's more maternal. It's more take care of the house and the children and this and that.
That's how it's been up until now. Now things are changing.
The world has changed. The world is a very different place. The thing is, women are now afforded definitely a lot more opportunity from a work perspective, from a career perspective, from a opportunity perspective, from a life perspective. They're offered a lot more. They have the opportunity to do a lot more. They have the vote, they have this, they have... There's definitely sort of an equal level playing field now. But then some people say, no, it's not, because we're trying to do this and we're stifled by the fact that we don't get paid as much and blah, 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 and this and that and the other. But there's a lot of confusion. A lot of things that are going out and a lot of things that people are discussing about are leaving men in a position, I think, where they probably are like, well, what does that make me now? What am I as a man? What should I be as a man? How should I be as a man? Because everyone has such a different, like, you're being pulled and pushed in so many different directions of, you have to do this to be a man. Oh no, in today's day and age, you have to do this to be a man. I think from a mental health perspective, and statistics show it, men are struggling.
They are.
They're struggling.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to deal with this new age.
Yeah.
They don't know how to identify as a man. What should I be as a man? How do I need to portray myself to ensure that people are not offended or upset by me as a man?
Yeah.
What does it mean to be a man in today's day and age?
You do have to tread on eggshells quite a lot, I feel. If we're being honest, that's where we've gotten to.
That's beyond men and women. That's in general.
That's in general.
Yeah.
There is a statistic though. So, I have an opinion that extreme radical feminism has bitten women in the arse quite a bit, because the demographic of people who take the most antidepressants are women aged 40 to 50 that don't have a family or kids and a stellar career. Mm-hmm. That's the demographic that are on the highest amounts of antidepressants statistically. So what does that tell you? That tells you that the maternal kind of family, the biological
urge. It catches up with you.
Yeah, it catches up with you. So, yeah, it's a really hard question to answer. Who's having a harder time? I think, listen, we are all having a hard time. We are all having a hard time.
Damn fucking right, bro.
Yeah, we are all having a hard time. Yeah. So be empathetic. And questions like this, give context when you ask them, please. Give some context.
Don't ask the fucking question if you ain't gonna ask it right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're right. Listen, we'll move on to the next question in a sec. It is a very difficult question to answer, and I think what we are discounting, I think what a lot of people discount is being able to implement individuality into a lot of scenarios. So you will bracket all women together, you'll bracket all men together, and you'll say that it was like this in the good old days, and it's like this in today's day and age. No, just face value.
Yeah. Deal
with the person you're dealing with.
Yeah.
In the way that works best for both of you, where you can be happy and amenable together. That's it. That is it, bro.
Absolutely.
And stop focusing on the bigger picture, bro. People are out here shouting and screaming. People need to be like this. People need to be like that. People are like this and like that. Just shut up.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Shut your mouth.
No, too many people care. That's the problem. That is the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So, question 3. What defines the success of a person? Again.
No, I'm joking.
So many bleeps are gonna be.
So many bleeps.
Oh, God.
What defines the success of a person, Mike?
Lamborghinis, female models around you, a lavish lifestyle,
Lamborghini.
champagne
Bitches.
popping,
Yes.
you know,
Astaghfirullah. Yeah.
all of that.
All of that.
All of that.
All of that, bro.
No, again, this is very context dependent as a question.
Okay,
So,
let me reframe the question for you. For you, what would you define as success? You've reached 80 years old. You're looking back on your life. What would you consider yourself to have had? How would you consider your life to have been successful? What would have had to have happened in your life for you to have considered it a success?
that's a really good question. I think being in peace for the majority of those 80 years, I would consider a success. Mm-hmm. Being at peace. That's my metric of success, because I don't have... Everyone's metric of success is different. For some, it's academia. For some, it's monetary gain. For some, it's family.
What defines the success of a person?
Yeah, you define your own success. You define it.
Yeah,
and if you don't define it, you are going to have trouble because you're chasing something. Mm-hmm. So define your own version of success. Chase that. Don't listen to what other people define as success, and make your own success. Make success come from within for yourself. Mm-hmm. Next question.
You didn't ask me, but it's fine. We'll move on.
Do you have anything to add?
Shut the fuck up. Doesn't matter anymore. The success of a person. I don't know, man. I don't know. It is very individual, and it's what you define as success for yourself. For me, I love your point of peace. I mean, that's become a really, really important factor in my life in the past couple of years. You know, I've had loads of times where I've not felt at peace, and very much so recently, I have really, really been trying to chase peace, like internally as a person, and that definitely became a huge part of my life. Alhamdulillah, I feel like I have a lot more peace now than I did, and I feel very much at peace with a lot of things. So definitely on that point, I would agree. Peace is massively important. The success of a person, I believe, comes down to character, because when you die, nothing that you have achieved or gained in this world, unless you do something mental like fucking cure cancer or something, but you'll be deaded off if you find the cure anyway, because it's a massive fucking industry that makes a lot of money for the white people.
For Babylon.
Unless you do something absolutely incredible that changes the course of the universe and the world and benefits people in a massive way, cool, that's defined as success. But even then, I think it comes down to the individuality of a person and their character. I think character is the most important thing, bro. For me, I would, God willing, this is a very long time away, but when I die, I'd love to know that I have been the kind of person that nobody's upset with, that I've made change and positive change in people's lives, made people happy and given them reason to be happy. I think character is a massive thing.
I'd agree. Yeah. If you're a complete fuck you.
Yeah, not great.
Nah,
not great.
Not good. Okay.
Next question.